Hey guys, thanks so much for checking out Lumina Delay. I just wanted to take a second and explain to you how Lumina works and what the basic functionalities are. So how about we just get started and dive right in. At the top, you have these buttons right here, which bypass the different rows. So you could have a volume automation right here. And if you hit this button, it deactivates it and it plays back at the original level of the audio. Over here, we have a little brush that when you click it, a pop-up appears and it asks you if you're sure. If you hit OK, it deletes every point in Lumina Delay. To the right of that, we have a settings button. If you hit that, a little pop-up comes up, which gives you a few options. Let's just go through them real quick. We have a subdivision, which changes the grid in Lumina Delay. I just want to mention this doesn't change the tempo. It just changes the visual grid. And obviously the snap to grid then will be affected. Down below, we have the BPM. If you have sync to host enabled, it won't let you do any changes to that. But if you uncheck this, then you can enter any tempo you like. So let's just stay in sync to host, snap to grid. Tooltips. If you hover over a field, a little pop-up comes up and gives you some more explanations and some tips and technical details. To the right of that, we have a classic dry wet knob with the display where you can also click and enter a custom value. And then down below, we have the actual delay unit. And I think to explain this best would be to imagine that 1.1 is the original audio signal. And if you want the audio signal to be delayed by 1/4 note, we would place one dot right here. So in this case, the audio is still playing, but we have one delay, which is playing at a 1/4 note delayed. So it sounds like this. Driving to the mountains up. Right? If we need more delays, we just place a couple more. So in this case, we have original audio plus 3 delays. And it sounds like this. Drive. Right? What's cool about Lumina is that you can adjust each delay point individually. Moving it sideways is timing, up and down in this case is the volume. So let's do a quick ramp up in volume just to demonstrate that. Drive. Right. Over here is the global parameter, which lets you adjust every point at once. Below we have a pan. For example, instead of going the usual left, right, left for ping pong, let's go right, center, left, for example. Drive. And down below we have a high pass, low pass. If you drag down the top parts, it cuts the highs. And if you bring up the bottom parts, it cuts the lows. So really, in essence, the rectangle visually represents what you're hearing. Driving. Right, let's make it a little bit more extreme. Something like this. Right. A couple more things I want to point out is if this is not precise enough for you, you can also hit Command or Control on Windows and then click and drag, which gives you a 10x resolution on your movements. And if that's not precise enough, you can just simply right-click on a dot and up comes the precision pop-up window. Here you can enter the exact milliseconds that you want, and in this case, the volume. Let's do -5, for example. Oops. -5, for example. With panning, it's similar. Negative values will pan it to the left, and positive numbers will pan it to the right. And same with low pass, high pass. You can set the exact frequency of the high pass, low pass. So let's just do 12K and let's do 125, for example. And just so you know, the filter slope is 12 dB per octave. Another handy shortcut is the double click or Option Alt click, which resets the value. You could also right click and then hit reset. It's the same thing. And to delete a point, you can either hit delete right here, or you can control right click, which also deletes a point. And one more function I want to point out is the bar up here, which you can scroll left and right. It's your view field. And bringing in the edge will zoom in or zoom out. And those are the basic functionalities of Lumina Delay. If you have any feedback, you find any bugs or any problems, don't hesitate to reach out at support@mountainroaddsp.com. I'll try my best to reply to you as quickly as possible. And thanks again for giving Lumina a try. I hope that you find it useful in your projects. And until then, bye.